2K Sports Pregame Show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Sacramento, where the Kings will be going up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, they are putting together an impressive stretch of basketball. Only one loss in their last 8 games. We'll see if that continues tonight. And tonight, we'll watch De'Aaron Fox, tremendous speed and quickness, even when compared to other point guards, Shaq.
You know, the point guard position in the NBA is stronger than it's ever been. Irons sharpens irons, so I think it'll be special.
Yes, he's speed, and speed does kill. He's a competitor on both ends of the floor. I love this guy.
And with the game just about ready to begin, time to send it to Kevin Harlan with the call.
Kings play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it for you live here from Sacramento, California. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Well, it was the Golden State Warriors winning their last game against the Houston Rockets. And, of course, that game going to overtime, a very exciting finish there, but they stayed strong to the end and pulled it off.
Fought extremely hard to win that game. They were exhausted, you could tell, but you could see what that win meant to them at the end of overtime.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin Durant is much improved as a defender, and maybe it's some overdue appreciation, at least as he sees it. He said, people are starting to recognize me as more than just a scorer. I've been trying to shake that rap since 2012. I look to impact the game on both ends of the floor. Kevin, back to you.
A two-way player to be sure, D.A. Thanks. Well, we're about halfway through the season now, Chris, and you can see the mental grind getting to some of these teams and some of these players.
Yeah, this is why leadership, and especially veteran leadership, is so important. You got to keep guys focused, motivated, and ready to play. Yeah, the season is long. It will wear you down. You have curveballs thrown at you every day. It is a mental grind, a mental toll. But how can you keep that focus through all of it? That's the big question, and usually you lean on those veterans in the locker room.
Now, Golden State's starting 5. Curry and Thompson are the 1 and the 2. Jonas Jerebko out there with DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Durant in at the 3. Now, here's Bagley. Shumpert, no good. Thompson against Shumpert. Durant for 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You love the vision from Thompson. I mean, when you've been surrounded by superstars, you learn to keep your eyes up.
Bagley dishes to Bogdanovich. Bagley with the ball. He's against Jerebko. The call will go against Jerebko. That's his first foul. Fox kicks to Shumpert. Back to Fox. 5 to shoot. Over Jerebko. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. They traveled to Sacramento last time they faced the Kings and came away with the win.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Well, extremely accurate throughout the evening, I thought. The play call, they really fit the lineups they were rolling out.
Here's Shumpert following the basket by Stephen Curry. Pass to Bagley. Bogdanovich looking around. Over Thompson. Sacramento again missing.
Almost every look he gets inside is a good one, but the D hangs in there and makes it a tough one.
Fox against Curry. Lets it go from 11. It's hauled in by the Kings. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Shumpert bounce pass. Bogdanovich left side. Over Urebko. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Polished offensive player. Bogdanovich has a nice-looking mid-range shot, and it just continues to get better.
Outside Curry. Here's Thompson. That's short off the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The offensive rebound.
Well, that makes them 1 for 5 from the field so far. They need to start getting some better looks.
For 3, Durant. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Kings trail by 3. Outside Bogdanovich. Now, here's Kufis. He's guarded closely. To the paint. And it's Bagley in the corner. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Oh, this is what smart point guards do. Fox is adept at realizing the defense's mistakes and exploiting it.
Curry kicks to Durant. Back to Curry. The 3. Cans it from downtown. Curry's got 5 now.
Oh, probably isn't a better catch-and-shoot player in the game. Steph right on time once again.
Outside Bogdanovich. Back to Kufis. Ball's knocked loose. Outside jumper. Over Thompson. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And how about the persistence on the backboard? Love how hard Bagley works on the offensive glass. Wants to outwork everybody.
Now, here's Thompson. A 17-point game for him in the win against Houston. Passes it to Cousins. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab to make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And with Cousins and that injury, never an easy one to come back from.
Yeah, it's true. But fortunately, Cousins has the kind of skill set that he's going to be effective no matter when he's on the floor. And great outside shot, the footwork, very smooth in terms of ball handling for that position. And most of the players who aren't the same after an Achilles tear don't have the same skill set that Cousins possesses. That's why I think he'll be fine once he recovers from this injury.
Love the aggressiveness. Shumpert isn't afraid of going inside.
Curry kicks to Durant. Here's Cousins. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Houston.
Yeah, and his offense fueled him on D2. He was more than a handful on that end, piling up the steals.
Now Shumpert following Durant's three-point attempt. Outside Bogdanovich. Fox against Curry. And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul. Thompson against Shumpert. 6 to shoot. Here's Fox. And another 3 for Sacramento.
This is the next step for Fox. I mean, he's sharpening his outside shot. He's becoming a major threat from there.
Pass to Durant. Shoots from 12. He gets it in there. Durant's got 5.
Nice bucket. There's no question about his skills at the offensive end.
Fox passes to Shumpert. Bogdanovich with it. And another 3 for Sacramento.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Jerebko with it, picked up by Bagley. Jerebko dishes to Durant. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And it's going to go on Iman Shumpert.
And Kevin Durant, the ultimate get-out-of-jail card for your offense. With his height and shooting touch, get him the ball with the clock running down, and he can make something out of nothing.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
And he knocks down the first one. You know, Greg, Kevin Durant could fit in any offense, but in your eyes, how good of a fit has he been in this Warriors attack?
Really like the missing puzzle piece. You know, I mean, his shot comes so much easier with the spacing he's afforded. At the same time, he's the fail-safe. When things break down, he can get his shot off against anyone.
Durant hits them both. AC Webb, for your money, who does the best job of combining guard skills with a classic back-to-the-basket game?
Oh, I mean, you think of Cousins. He's 7 foot, not the fastest, but he has back-to-the-basket and then crossover three-point shooting ability. Embiid as well, Townsend, and of course, Anthony Davis, who I think was a point guard and had a great growth spurt in high school.
Yes.
He's just a guard in the big man's body.
Ben McLemore, he's checked in for Sacramento. Yogi Ferrell comes in for Shumpert. And Golden State also making a change. Iguodala's checked in. This year kicks to McLemore. And there's the pass to Ferrell. 4 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. No good that time. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. To the middle. Pass to Cousins. And the foul called on Skal Labissière. That is his first foul of the game. Sacramento making a switch here. Giles is checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. Curry with it. Now defended by McLemore. Here's Durant. It's stolen by Labissière. Fox against Curry. Now here's Fox. Defense is right there. Ferrell kicks to Giles. Sacramento moving it around. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Some changes for Golden State. Kevon Looney comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Evans in for Kevin Durant. And here are the Kings now. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Livingston. And it's Livingston with the ball for Golden State. Trailing by 2. To the inside. Here's Curry. And he hits it to tie the game up. Curry's got 7 points in the game. Last game for the Kings, they picked up the W against Denver.
And this is why scouting is so important. You've got to be able to identify those role players who can complement what your team does.
Yeah, that was big-time production from the bench, especially on the offensive.
And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. We'll take a look at the Warriors, earning the first-place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, there's the Kings. They have a lot of ground to make up.
Yeah, you know, for the Kings, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
Yeah, and we're deep enough into the season now to know they don't have what it takes to mount up any kind of charge.
So it's the Warriors now. Sacramento able to drain the 3. Here's Iguodala. Off the left rim and out. Kings leading now by 3. Here's Ferrell. Passes to Labissière. Iguodala with the steal. Here's Evans. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Oh, such a terrific defender. Iguodala jump-starting that fast break.
The Warriors have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Bagley, he's checked in for Labissiere.
One shot.
That's good from Evans.
Well, think about it. There's plenty of centers on the Warriors rosters, but when the going gets tough, they can go small. Their Hampton 5 lineup with Steph, Clay, KD, Draymond, and Andre Iguodala is the perfect blend of length, skill, athleticism, and IQ.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over him.
Oh, and a nice look by Livingston, keeping his eyes up, locates the man.
For Sacramento, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Here's Giles. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Got a piece of it. Iguodala with the steal. Fox against Curry. Livingston finds Iguodala. And the layup's good off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Warrior lead.
Oh, the concentration of Iguodala allows him to score with the hand in the face.
Here's Giles. Out to the right wing. And here's McLemore. Shot to stop the run. And the rejection by Iguodala. Warriors leading by 4. Livingston passes to Iguodala. It's deflected.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooters.
Farrell. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Well, it takes a lot of confidence and toughness to make that play.
Now here's Iguodala. So the wing on the left. Livingston kicks to Evans. Looney passes to Livingston. Just 5 to shoot. And Sean Livingston, one of the most unique players in the league, Greg.
6'7" point guard who excels hitting turnaround jumpers in the post. A bouncy finisher around the rim, a versatile defender, and really a cagey playmaker. No one else like him in our league.
The first free throw is good.
Well, if you think about Sean Livingston's career, you know how close it came to ending. A knee injury so severe that doctors considered amputation. But he never gave up, and he made it back.
The Kings trail by 4. Now Fox. He had 13 points in the win against Denver. Here's Bagley. It's rebounded by Curry. And C-Webb Livingston stores so many extremes, from a young franchise cornerstone with the Clippers to wondering if he'd ever be able to play again, ever be able to walk again.
Yeah, he fought his way through. First a journeyman bouncing around 8 or 9 teams, and then a key factor for the Warriors championship team. I mean, you could make a movie about it. That's how dramatic it is.
Now Fox. After the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Clock is at 3. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
He hasn't been his best this quarter.
From deep three-point range, traps in the tray. Curry's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Warriors.
This is an amazing run he's on. It's like he's been the only guy on the floor this quarter.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Bagley kicks to Farrell. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
That's a perfect setup. Charlotte screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Sacramento making a switch here. Shumpert's checked in.
Shooting just one.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. They lead by 4. 16 seconds left in the first quarter. From the arc. No good that time.
And Iguodala's ability to match up at a number of positions, that's just a big part of his defense right now.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back to the action after this word. Steph Curry talks about the visual drills he does to help his playmaking as he's made the transition from a point guard at Davidson to a combo guard in the NBA.
It's a cognitive and neurological drill that helps you, one, takes your mind off the basketball, because when you're in a game, that should be the last thing you're thinking about. There's so many other variables out there that you have to kind of survey, where your defender is, where your teammates are, where you are in relation to the basket and your reaction. So those lights kind of train you in that regard. You have to, see what the color is, make a determination of what move that corresponds to, execute the move, and then finish the jumper.
The improvement he's made, Greg, in his ball handling has really unlocked his game.
I mean, able to keep his head up as he attacks off the dribble, read the defense, and drills like that can only help.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Well, this roster is built for guys with speed. They're running the floor hard in the first quarter.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Looney out there with Iguodala. Then it's Curry. And there's Livingston. And it's Evans in at the 3 spot. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. He's off on that one. Shumpert with some nice D. The Kings trail by 6. Here's Farrell. Evans with the rebound. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Over Shumpert, and it comes off the front of the rim.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Farrell. 5 points in the game. Passes it to Giles. Back to Farrell. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Andre Iguodala. Warriors leading by 6.
Coach Steve Kerr may seem to have a laid-back demeanor, but knowing him personally, I tell you what, he's fiery. He's intense, and he wants to win. When tempers flare, don't be surprised to see him smashing clipboards and letting loose on the sideline.
For Sacramento, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drive. Pass to McLemore. Here's Giles. Covered by Evans. Farrell for 3. That one's not going to go. So Golden State will take it the other way.
Their stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to him.
Evans feeling it out a bit. Kicks it out to Iguodala. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Iguodala's got his third bucket of the night.
Oh, and squaring up is Iguodala. Nice follow-through on the release.
Timeout is called, first of the game for Sacramento. Even as the team rebuilds, business booming for the Kings. Chris, ticket sales, sponsorships, you name it.
Well, the fans are doing their part to make this team a winner. You can bet that.
Sacramento making some changes. Kufis checked in for Harry Giles. Labissiere comes in for Bagley, and it's Bogdanovich in for McLemore. Now here's Labissiere, and the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his first foul. Now here's Labissiere, defended by Durant. They need this one. Bogdanovich, no luck. Warriors leading by 11. Durant in the corner. "11 feet away. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
I mean, when Durant gets a pick, he's dangerous. I mean, 7 foot tall. Who can handle it? How do you guard?
Farrell kicks to Labissiere. Klay Thompson grabs the miss.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing. Those two things that he possesses.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Oh, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they've dominated.
And so here's Sacramento. The Warriors making the shot. The call will go against Jerebko. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Now you better watch it. He doesn't want to pick up a third foul before halftime.
Now, here's Kufis. He's guarded by Cousins. Clock at 6. Shumpert against Thompson. Trying to get open is Kufis.
And their offense has all but disappeared this quarter, shooting in the low 30s for the game. They had some success in that first quarter, but not much since then.
Well, small forwards that can rebound the ball, such an asset to any team in the NBA. With now a look at the top rebounding wingmen. Fourth, Kevin Durant.
And maybe they're not the biggest or strongest players in the front court, but that hasn't limited their ability to get in there and mix it up and come up with a lot of rebounds night in and night out.
Well, yeah, one word you always hear used to describe these guys, Greg, is active. They don't leave it to the bigs to do the rebounding. They get in there and they do it themselves.
And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. 15-point game. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
He had 1 3-pointer in the first, but still searching for that second.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Farrell kicks to Shumpert. Shot clock at 6. To halt the run, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Chris, when you were playing, you moved between a couple teams. What's the hardest part about getting traded that fans may not understand?
One is your ego. You don't want to usually leave. If you didn't ask for a trade, you don't want to leave that town, that city, the fans, or your players that have become friends. If you happen to be a parent, think about it. Your kids may be switching schools in the middle of the year. What if you have a kid that's in his senior year of school and you have to be traded and you may have to take the family with you? So many just tough situations for individuals and for families. The bond you develop with fans and the city and players, members of the organization, is very strong. And so it's a lot of times it's shocking and hurtful. It's how quickly can you adjust, because that new team wants you and needs you badly.
Good insight.
How about this? 3 titles in 4 seasons for the Golden State Warriors. You can't tell me they're not a team of destiny. And for the rest of the league, a formidable obstacle to the O'Brien Trophy.
Now here's Cousins. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game.
That's his second personal foul.
Livingston with it. Now guarded by Labissiere. And the foul called on Skal Labissiere. That's his third foul of the game. On defense, the Kings, trailing by 13. The pass to Jerebko. 6 on the shot clock. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. And when you look at this Warriors super team, Chris, how long do you think they can keep going like this?
Well, let's think about this. Durant and Steph are just turning 30. If they can make the salaries work, which would be tough, but if they can make the salaries work, another half decade of dominance seems possible.
Here's Farrell. 5 points in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Durant kicks to Livingston. That's tipped. Shumpert against Thompson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
No, I love Shumpert. I mean, defensively, he's reliable, but offensively, these guys now can depend on him, and he has a great sense for when to shoot the ball as well.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard numbers.
Free throw good. Amon Shumpert.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Fox, he's checked in for Sacramento. And both free throws good from Amon Shumpert.
Well, the Kings, they're trying to draft high-character players from winning programs. I mean, that's a good blueprint for their turnaround.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Here's Fox. The Warriors making the shot. Lays it up off the glass. Fox has got his second bucket tonight.
It's good seeing Fox work his magic down there, looking unafraid, even though he's not the biggest of guys.
Takes the 13-footer, and there's DeMarcus Cousins on the assist by Jerebko. Cousins has got 5 now.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Fox kicks to Shumpert. Pass to Bogdanovich. Nice D from Cousins.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And it's in there.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Chris, one strength for the Kings has been their bench.
Well, the reserves have carried them at times. I mean, for a young team, though, you're developing guys, and you like that competition. The subs pushing their counterparts in the starting lineup, that's not a bad thing.
The Kings trail by 15. Shumpert finds Bogdanovich. Down low. Here's Koufos. Nice D from Cousins.
Aggressive move to the bucket, and the D is ready for it.
Wasted no time on that one. 13 points for Kevin Durant.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Livingston. Thompson in the corner. Passes it to Cousins from past the arc. Now here's Livingston. It's Durant on the wing. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Cousins, no good. And for Sacramento, they're shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively, to say the least. Shumpert dishes to Fox. Durant against Bogdanovich. 5 to shoot. Kufis the pass to Bogdanovich. And Durant sends it back.
But Durant covers a ton of ground with his limp, using his wingspan to wipe away shots.
Thompson for the triple. Kufis grabs the miss. The Kings trail by 17. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Fox. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Fox has got 7 points.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Jerebko kicks to Cousins. Takes the three. That ball is good for another field goal, his 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
They've leaned on him tonight, and he's delivered with some great shooting.
Now, here's Fox. He's covered by Livingston. Bogdanovich finds Kufis. Shoots over Cousins. No good off the back of the rim. Warriors leading by 18. Livingston passes to Thompson. Right side, Durant. Over Labissiere. And another basket for Golden State.
But if you thought the D was going to tighten up on him here in the second quarter, think again.
A minute 42 left here in the second. Now, here's Fox. He has 7. The feed now to Kufis. From beyond the arc. Rebounded by Jerebko. Jerebko's got 5 rebounds tonight. And the foul called on Skal Labissiere. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
McLemore's checked in for Bogdanovich. Curry's checked in for Golden State. Thompson for the triple. It's hauled in by the Kings. And McLemore kicks to Shumpert. A pass to Fox. Here's the floater. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
All right, a chance to look at the stats for Klay Thompson. This past month, he's really set himself apart. Averaging 17 points per game, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, think about this. He definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
Fox, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
He can't hit that time. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Here's Shumpert. The Warriors pull it in. Iguodala's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Wow, he's really been dragging him down tonight.
Kicks it to Evans. Here's Looney. Feeds to Curry. On the wing, Evans. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Evans has got 10.
I mean, if you're Curry's teammate, this is what you have to do. Take advantage of the defender reacting to him. I mean, he'll find you if you're open.
Can they get it? No good on that one. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here by Coach Dave Yeager. Coach, what's the takeaway from the first half, and what changes are needed?
Well, they just lined up and kicked our tails straight up one-on-one in transition. And we got to own up. We got to keep the basketball in front of us. So shots are going to fall. We need to make some buckets. That'll help set our defense a little bit.
Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 18 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
There's been one thing that's made a difference in this game above all else: their control of the backboard. They put forth an amazing effort on the glass, and the rebounding numbers aren't even close, Ernie. That'll be something to keep an eye on in the second half. They will be very tough to contain if that continues.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
Well, they struggle in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
His points production thus far, off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters, just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, right. I mean, the defense hasn't had an answer for this guy yet. Just too skilled, too driven thus far.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. Fox is out there with Iman Shumpert. Then there's Kufis. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Bagley in at the 4-man position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And you think about how the Warriors attracted Kevin Durant to the team and all these all-stars coexisting. It doesn't always work like that, does it?
No, and I give a lot of credit to Steph Curry, a 2-time league MVP, but he never lets his ego get the best of him. His good-natured calm and sense of serenity kind of set the tone and maybe balance a bit of what Draymond brings to the locker room.
Here is Durant after the made shot from Iman Shumpert. Curry deciding where to go with it. Jerebko can't get it to go. And for Sacramento, they're shooting a low 30% right now, an ugly offensive performance. Bogdanovich passes to Fox. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Stephen Curry.
De'Aaron Fox, another hyper-athletic point guard out of Kentucky. Great size at 6'4". He can impact the game at both ends.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And De'Aaron Fox made his mark at Kentucky with his terrific on-ball defense. He puts a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah, I mean, he picks up 94 feet, and that's really how you set the bar for your team, with how hard you compete at the defensive end.
Fox hits them both.
What sticks out about Fox is his speed. He's one of the fastest guys in the game at both ends of the floor.
Here's Durant. He feeds it to Jerebko. Thompson inside the line. Buries the jump shot.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Fox dishes to Kufis. Durant against Bogdanovich. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bogdanovich has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Outstanding at taking it to the cup. Now look, when Bogdanovich is in attack mode, it's great to watch.
Curry finds Thompson. Durant deciding where to go with it. Back to Thompson. Over Shumpert. That one a little long.
His scoring has not been there at all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team that they have the lead anyway.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role, providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. Now here's Durant. Marvin Bagley missing his last shot. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, he's shown great patience tonight. I mean, he went through a scoreless first half, but didn't get down on himself. I mean, now he's got it going.
Timeout called by the Kings. Well, this is the final season the Warriors will have at Oracle Arena, almost 5 decades in Oakland. And Chris, as we know, they'll move across the water to San Francisco. No doubt a bittersweet moment for the team and its core fans here.
Yeah, you just hope that the craziness of the crowd and that loyalty travels. You know, I'm hoping the fans here in the East Bay can make that journey. They deserve to be part of the Warriors story as it continues to be written. I mean, if you've seen what they're doing, though, in the new Chase Center, right on the water, it's going to be special.
And, yes, it's good.
And beginning to pull away. Really effective play calling halfway through this one.
Well, they figured out what's working, and that's what they're going to keep hammering on.
Now, here's Bagley. He's got 5. Farrell looking around. The pass to Bogdanovich. Can they get it? Good on the three-point shot. Bogdanovich has got 10.
The three-point shot is wet. Bogdanovich looking calm, cool, and collective whenever he pulls up from there.
Now here's Durant. 20 points for him. Here's Thompson. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
His shot's it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Fox against Curry. Fox kicks to Bagley. Lets a floater go. Thompson with the rebound.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Drops in the tray.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Pass to Bagley. Warriors with the rebound.
Yeah, good interior D there. Prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
Here's Bogdanovich. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. A nice shot by Koufos. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And it's good, 2 points. Thompson's got 10 points in the quarter.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
Fox kicks to Bogdanovich. Passes it to Bagley. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And how about the strength on display there? Even when you whack Bagley, he's outstanding at fighting through it. When Marvin Bagley entered the league, there were some questions as to which position would he play, but the versatility he brings is special. He can guard a number of positions, score inside and out, and he is a tremendous rebounder.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Harry Giles is checked in for Koufos. This year comes in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. And McLemore's subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. That's good from Bagley. And one thing you can't question about Bagley, Greg, his intensity level.
As competitive as they come. He's ferocious around the rim. Oftentimes, he looks like he wants it more than anybody else on the floor.
And the basket by Curry.
Just another tool in the toolbox for Curry. The quick flip over the top.
Farrell kicks to Labissiere. There's the dish to Bagley. Now here's Labissiere, defended by Durant. And some changes here for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in for Cousins, and it's Livingston in for Thompson. Golden State's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Iguodala, the pass to Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
On the loose, Durant's been spectacular tonight, showing off the full arsenal.
For Sacramento, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. Farrell kicks to Bagley. Back to Farrell, and there's the call on Curry. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
4th foul of the game for him. He's starting to get into that danger zone.
Kings moving the ball around. Now here's McLemore. He's covered closely. Here's Looney. It's good. Looney's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
But yeah, I mean, you're already getting dogged out there. I mean, and now he's landing body blows.
Here's Giles. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. Second, the Warriors.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Well, the Kings, they're trying to create some continuity. I mean, the coaching and the front office positions are now signed through 2020. They say there's a unified vision on getting back to the playoffs.
And the Warriors making a change here. Evans is checked in. And he makes the first but misses the second. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
And the Kings have built a solid front office, and they're sticking with the plan as Coach Yeager is now in his 3rd season.
Well, stability is crucial. I mean, we remember the debacle before Coach came in. I mean, you want to hire good people and empower them to do some great things.
Iguodala outside. Durant kicks to Iguodala. Got a hand on it. Pass to Livingston. Just 3 to shoot. Launches it. That shot missing. And the Kings going the other way now. Inside. Bagley. Bank shot. No good.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Livingston kicks to Durant. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got 4 assists in the game. And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
McLemore with the ball. He's against Evans. The pass to Labissiere. Shot clock at 5. Here's Farrell. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Farrell's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Oh, great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Well, he created a little separation from that mid-range. Just a good shot for him in that situation.
Now here's Evans. 10 points for him. Livingston kicks to Durant. Over Labissiere. And it's Durant missing. The Kings have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Now here's McLemore. Covered by Evans. McLemore with the ball. Here's Giles. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
Yeah, GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Now, here's Livingston. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Farrell. Labissiere, the pass to Giles. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Giles has got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Evans outside. We've got 1:48 left in the third. Here's Durant. Misses the fadeaway jumper.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
In the corner, it's McLemore. His three-pointer's off the mark. Golden State's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Evans kicks to Durant. To the left side wing. Now here's Livingston. Tight defense on him. Can't cash in from close range.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
Now here's Labissiere. No points in the game yet for him. Back to Farrell. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Kevin Durant. And Yogi Ferrell, the undrafted Indiana product, went undrafted after staying all 4 years in Bloomington, but he has shown, Greg, to be a very strong player.
Yeah, and Ferrell is the perfect example of why you give a 4-year player a chance. Knows how to make the most of his time on the floor. I think he could start for a team.
Gentlemen,
maybe be the sixth man, lead the second unit, play off the guard. He is just such a versatile player.
First free throw is good. Ramon Shumpert is checked in for Sacramento. And the Warriors making a change here. So he gets them both. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the third. Inside. It's tipped. Pass to Farrell. Labissiere with the ball. And it's Iguodala picking him up. Here's Shumpert. They grab their own miss.
They are just killing them on the interior.
There's 25 seconds left in the third. Here's Simons. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the line for him here.
Second team foul. Shooting for Golden State. Number 3. 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he makes the first. Both shots good from the stripe. 6 seconds left in the third. Here's Fox. Yes, that goes in. Fox has got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, and look at the strength of Fox. Amazing how he maintains control despite getting roughed up a little bit.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Golden State here in the 4th. They've got Evans. Jones is out there with Looney. And it's Simons in at the 1. Here's Giles. And here is Mason. Here's Gabriel. And Jones pulls it down.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Evans passes to Simons. Looney kicks to McKinney. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Evans, good.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
Here is Mason. For a long time, beat writers and media personnel have determined NBA awards. C-Webb, as someone who's been up for some of these, do you feel the voting system as structured now is fair?
I don't know how it can be fair if it doesn't have any players or coaches involved. You know, I can't necessarily vote on the best doctors because I don't know what it entails, but I can definitely trust other doctors to give their comments on their peers. I think peer awareness is some of the most reliable that you can go for. But, I mean, we have some very knowledgeable writers, sports writers, and media personnel that know. But for the most part, you need help of the players and the coaches to make sure that the integrity is there.
And Mason drops them both. Coach Kerr always focused on, Chris, what he calls the possession game. Turnovers and offensive rebounds.
Yeah, Kevin, when you think about it, for the Warriors, it's hard to believe, but they love making turnovers. And Coach, he's trying to control them giving extra possessions to the team. Because when they do that, their defense and shot making still usually win out.
Now here's Jackson. Ball's knocked loose. And they're running. The shot by Evans, nobody around. No good on the triple.
I guarantee you that's not the shot they were looking for in that possession.
Here's Giles. Can't hit that one. Good D by Jones. Evans passes to Simons. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And for the Kings, they're shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Now Mason. Good D by Jones.
I think a kick out is the better option there. Defense had the rim on lockdown.
They get it back. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football. Having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, I mean, you had to stop.
Lloyd, covered by Evans. Jackson has the open look. Bangs home the trifecta.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Here's McKinney, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul. It goes against Sacramento. Chris, we hear the word switchability, popular term used these days. Talk about the importance of having guys who can defend multiple positions.
It's so important because it allows for the flexibility with your matchups. You can avoid being forced into mismatches. So you definitely need players like that. However, Kev, I think that the NBA is going switchability crazy. You shouldn't switch everything. Switching on defense should only be if the coach wants to take a player out the game or if it's just needed at the last second. Usually communication is the key because there are no new plays under the sun. You see the play coming and developing it, and if you can communicate, that's usually when you don't need to switch. I think coaches have lost trust in players' willingness to communicate, and switching has become kind of a lesser of two evils, I guess you could say. And I hope we get away from as much switching as we do because it puts guys in totally wrong positions. And if you have a smart offensive player, he'll pass his way out of that right to the guy with the mismatch.
Your take is real interesting. Kicks to Mason. 5 on the clock. And Looney sends it back. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Warriors have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Pass to Simons. Now Jones, guarded by Mason. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's Simons. It's hauled in by the Kings. Koufos has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Mason with it. Poked away. Stolen by Evans. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
C-Web, a big rule change. Defenders have to give jump shooters space to land. Your thoughts on that?
Great. Thank you. Think about if a guy is hot and you can't stop him, you should not be able to embellish with the rules by sliding your foot up under a guy. If we all remember, I believe that San Antonio was up a couple of years ago on Golden State at home in Game 1, and Pachulia inadvertently put his foot up under Kawhi Leonard, and Kawhi was injured. You have to give shooters space to come down. You can't be thinking about that on the way down. We don't want players injured or hurt in this game because of a lack of paying attention to detail, and I think this rule really helps it. Defenders have done it for years. It could be viewed as dirty, but I'm glad the NBA did something about it. I'm very happy about it. And check this out. We're going to see a lot of guys knocking down even more threes now.
Here's Gabriel. There's Jackson with the 3. Warriors with the rebound. Looney's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Simons. Over to the wing. The pass to McKinney. Here's Simons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Evans. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Mason kicks to Koufos. Pass to Mason. Ripped away. It's Evans, top of the key. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
And the Kings making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in.
Shooting 1.
It's been a few years now since rules were put into place to curb the hack-a-shack strategy. C-Webb, do you think the NBA made the right choice in discouraging that style, that tactic?
You know, Kev, I'm torn on this one. I don't think so. I do think that the game would have gotten ugly, the pace would have gotten bad, but I think it would have been only a couple of years as players would have been embarrassed enough to improve their game. As I travel to different places, the one thing that's the difference between the United States and other places they can shoot free throws. Other places they just aren't at the park dunking or hanging on the rim. They're actually shooting shots and skill sets and dribbling. And you know, I was at one time a terrible free throw shooter. The embarrassment of not making them, missing them late in the games, not being able to be there for your team the way you want to. Oh, trust me, it's no better motivation than that. Not giving me a handicap and a crutch saying, oh, don't do it. I don't like the fact that they've tried to place a curb on the hack-a-shack strategy. My thing is get you in the gym in the offseason and make some free throws.
Sacramento with the ball. The Warriors making the shot. Kufis finds Bogdanovic. Shot clock at 5. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
A terrific, versatile scorer. I mean, once Bogdanovic gets hot, he stays assertive and on the attack.
Here's Simons. Outside, Jones. Passes it to McKinney. It's tipped. No good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Outside, Jackson. The shot from the low post is good. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Good movement there, and the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
Simons, the pass to Jones. Evans kicks to McKinney. Pass to Jones. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. C-Webb, there was a time when athletes spoke up about societal issues and they were simply told to, just stick to sports. That is no longer the case.
Basketball was built on players speaking their mind. The one thing about the game of basketball, whether you're from Serbia like my friend Vlade or you're from Detroit like me, it's an urban game. And you cannot leave the problems of urban society just because you were blessed with the talent to play basketball. And so many of us speak up on societal issues just because we made it doesn't mean that our friends and family are out of those situations. We're not in a bubble in which we don't see how those issues affect us, our family, or our friends. And so just because we're blessed with basketball abilities, sporting abilities, does not mean that we're exempt from the problems in society. And if we have a platform and can speak out, why not? And I'm very proud of what guys in the league has done, whether it's LeBron James and his scholarship program, or whether it's Chris Paul and others, or Steve Kerr speaking up for societal issues. For me, it's refreshing, but it also is in the lineage of the greats that started this game in basketball, speaking up for the voiceless.
Well said. Well said. Now here's McLemore. Here's Bogdanovic. Knocks down the 3 ball. Bogdanovic has got 10 points in just the second half.
And they're going to have to pay closer attention to him beyond the arc. I mean, he's got 2 threes in this half, a total of 3 overall.
Curry gets the bucket.
Kevin, the aggressiveness of Curry, able to drive and convert against some pretty solid defense.
Lloyd the pass to Kufis. Bogdanovic wide open. And another 3 for Sacramento.
And he's leaning on the 3-point shot a little more in this half. Only had 1 before the break, but he's got 3 of them since then.
To the middle, here's Jones, and it's slammed in by Jones.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Sacramento's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Pro basketball is one of the few sports where awards are league-wide, C-Webb, and not divided by conference. I wonder if the NBA should consider giving out separate awards, for the East and the West.
Kev, I don't know about Eastern and Western Conference, but I do believe that there should be an offensive MVP I do believe there should be a difference between MVP and maybe the best player in the league, because how do we define some of these things? So I do think we can tinker with some of the awards, but East and West, I'm not really sure with. I think it should always be about the best out of the total number of teams and conferences.
Good perspective.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
Now here's McLemore. Now here's Bogdanovich. Good D by Jones.
A hand right in his face on the layup. Excellent defense that time in the paint.
Livingston kicks it to Looney. Curry. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Curry's got 7 points here in this quarter.
You can't take Curry lightly inside. He's not the biggest guy, but he's exceptionally crafty.
Lloyd, guarded by Curry. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Over Evans. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Bogdanovich has got 15 points in just the second half.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kevin Durant.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Sacramento with the ball. After the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Here's Lloyd. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
Substitution for the Kings. Harry Giles. Yogi Ferrell.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And here is Curry. The pass to Looney. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, DeMarcus. What did the team do tonight that really allowed you to be so effective out there?
Sharing the ball. That's the main thing. I mean, as what the keys to this team winning, I always say that's sharing the ball. So when we play that way, it's hard to beat us.
Yeah, the ball was really moving around there tonight. Thanks very much. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
Pregame.